Friends, good morning. And today we will look at the second chapter. And in second chapter, a concept of strategic decision in retail. Okay. So now you see there is a decision, several decisions which retail industries or retailers need to take, and one of that decision is location decision. So retail, let us look at first strategy. What is strategy? Retail strategy, this is a marketing plan for a product or service till it reaches the final consumer. So company will have to decide about what is that plan of actions they have to do in respect of different aspects to reach the product to the customers and to have a customer satisfaction as well. So in this response we have several decisions which a retailer has to make. So first decision is location decision, and second is target market selection decision, third is business model decision, fourth is merchandise mix decision, fifth is positioning the retail store decision. So these are the decisions which retail or retail companies need to make, and they have to make like these decisions. So now look at this location decision first. What is that location decision? We will see. So location decision is the most important decision of retail. This talks about where exactly the retail outlet need to be situated. So it is see, so consumer, where it is situated, because today we see a lot of competition, tough competition, and customers, etc. So while going for, there is online option also. So while going for this location decision, these are the following factors which they have to take into account. First is demographic study of population. So demographic study of population means what is their age, what is the mix of population, like gender, how many male population, how many female population. So what is their age, what is their life cycle, family life cycle, their different aspects related to population. And then psychographic profile of the population. Psychographic is related to their lifestyle, their mental attitude, their attitude towards different aspects. Now there are loyal, see, if you see the customers in Manipal, their mental attitude is different, psychographic profile may be different. If you see youth in metropolitan cities, their mental attitude may be different. So like that, similarly size of the target market in that area. Target market is the market which you are looking at. Now for example, if it is a stationery shop, they will be looking at school children, college children, etc. So college students, etc. So then they have to see what is that size, whether it is big or whether it is small, etc. Probable competition from other firms. So you have to look at the competition among the retail stores in that particular location. For example, if you see shops in gold shops near Mangalore or so, you have 4 to 5 shops, and hotels sometimes, see, there will be 4 to 5 hotels, there will be tough competition, etc. So positioning of the competition in the target market, that is where you want to position your product and service, or how you want to position in the minds of customers. So do you want to say it is quality, or do you want to say it is price which is important, or do you want to say it is the experience which we give is the best? So in what way you want to position your company, that is also important. Real estate development in that area also required. Now for example, if you look at the heart of Mangalore city for your retail shop, then cost may be too high. Maybe 1 cent of land sometimes fetch 50 to 60 lakhs in central market or Hampankatta area. But at the same time, if you go little outskirts, you may get the site available at 1 cent, 1 lakh or 5 lakh rupees, etc. So that cost also you have to see. Business climate in that area. So you have to see the probable business climate in that area also. So how the business develops in that area, how is the other firms, what about the factors of other firms. All this you have to see. Now along with those factors, so it is little upside down. Okay, 29 page number, that was 28. And the above down factors also influences accessibility. So accessibility is how easily customers gets the access to the retail store. That means how easily they can go to that particular store, whether there is too much of walking is required or parking facility is there, all that stuff. So at micro level, it looks at the infrastructure analysis, so availability and quality of the road, infrastructure, power, and public movement, public transportation facilities also. So all that things come into existence. Sometimes you see near bus stand area there will be lot of shops. Why? Because accessibility is more. People come there every time, stand there. So there will be more shops in the bus stand area. But same way you find less number of shops in areas where there are no bus stops. So bus stops, railway stations, etc. You find lot of shops. So that is the reason why it is, because accessibility. Then at the micro level, store visibility also matters. So store visibility mean people should have that visibility, that is a customer's ability to see the store and enter the parking lot safely. So like you see the malls, etc., very big buildings and very beautiful shopping areas, the parking areas and all that stuff. So visibility for the customer is more. Store traffic flow. So how is the traffic flow in the in that particular area? Now there should not be too much of traffic also, and there should not be too less traffic also. If there is too much of traffic, people may not come to that particular area. For example, in Mangalore there is something called as Car Street, where there are a lot of shops, and but problem is people sometimes hesitate to go because of the traffic problem they face during peak hours. But if you select a place where there is no traffic, then again the problem is you may not get customers, correct? So all that decisions customers should take in, sorry, companies should take in terms of so page number 28, page number 29 is done in terms of location decision. Then the third one is amount and quality of parking. So what is the parking this one available? So parking spots available you have to see. So then you have to see the quality of the parking also. Sometimes roads are fully mud and you cannot take the vehicle inside. Such places you may not get good this one also, customers also. And the second thing is location advantage. Location advantage is, do you have advantage of that particular location? Now for example, in case of Hampankatta street, people who are housed there, people who are already in that particular area are having highest advantage, right? So because it is the location where it matters a lot. So it is the advantage of that particular location which matters. So do you have that advantage of location where people come there? I told especially bus stand areas, school areas, college areas, then busy areas like Hampankatta, State Bank, Jyoti, Balmata, etc. You find lot of people movement, correct? So people movement are very high. So those are the location advantage areas. Similarly, in case of Madantyar, you can see lot of people movement and lot of shops there. Automatically, you get business. So that is how it is called as location advantage. So today we have discussed the first factor of location, siteless location. I have seen this particular material because this material looks little good. And here you have another material. See, it is. Location decision. See, only this much is given in location decision. So what are the demographic? Visualize your building, yes, what to want to sell and all that. So determine. So this is a location decision which we have already covered in that particular textbook, so or material. So I thought that will be more sufficient. So today's class is on location advantage or location selection, okay, in case of factory retail outlet. Thank you.